In this video, I will be sharing with you how to search for jobs and how to network to find employers and how to prepare for this. First, you need to prepare. In an article on page 2 of Effective Job Hunting Strategies, most job-ready candidates took about 2 to 4 months to obtain a job. That is a long period of time. Job searching can be a full-time job in itself. It takes time to target your resume to each opportunity. You need to clean up your social media accounts and connect with individuals in your social network. This takes time. You should be constantly networking with those around you and continually building your network of friends and family and acquaintances. Because of the time it takes, you need to prepare yourself and not get too discouraged if you don't see results immediately. You should also use a variety of methods to find employment. This includes searching online and building a network of contacts, which, by the way, is the most effective. Also, part of this preparation includes cleaning up your social media accounts and cleaning up your voicemail. You may want to clean up your voicemail so that potential employers do not get the wrong impression when they call you. To do this, remove ringback tones, leave a professional recording, and check your messages daily. You also want to create an online professional image. To do this, remove all questionable photos, videos you've been tagged in, or controversial content that you may have posted. You would be surprised how many employers use Facebook and other social media to research their potential candidates. And if you don't already have one, create a professional career profile using LinkedIn. These are some of the important things to focus on when preparing for contacting employers, networking with others, and seeking for jobs. When employers want to post their job online, they usually place it in multiple websites. So when you begin your job search online, look at several places. One thing to keep in mind is that job postings online move very quickly. When you start job searching online, you want to start early and search daily. Remember, it should be treated as a full-time job. It takes time, so do not get too discouraged if you do not have success right away. A few of the most popular job sites, at least within the US, is Indeed.com, CareerBuilder.com, SimplyHire.com, Snagajob.com, and Monster.com. These are very popular in the US and just an example. If you live outside the US, you may want to check others that are specific to your country. I know Indeed.com is international and one of the most popular and highly used. However, a site such as USAJobs.com is a great site as well, but only for US candidates. Another thing to do is to visit employers' websites. Once you determine where you want to work and who you want to work for, these postings do not always display in popular job searching sites and employers' websites. And employer websites can be a goldmine for positions that might be hidden to the public. I know when I was hired on at a university as a counselor and an instructor, I applied to a job from the university's site, and it was not visible in any other place that I searched. Because of this, I was selected out of 30 candidates, instead of, say, 200 that might be the case if it's all over the internet. You also do not want to be afraid to apply to older listings, as they can still be looking for a potential candidate, and most others are reluctant to apply for a job that has been posted since 2 months ago. However, I've met several individuals that have obtained jobs by applying to older postings. They were left open, few were applying, and they were just looking for the proper candidate. Searching online is pretty self-explanatory, and I don't think I need to cover this in detail, and depending on your country, there may be additional websites and resources you can use. One thing you want to do, though, is to target your resume to the position you are applying to. This will be covered in the next videos. Okay, networking. When people think of searching for jobs and applying to jobs, they might initially think that they just need to hop online and spend hours applying to jobs. As mentioned before, jobs that are posted online often have lots of applicants. It is not as effective as connecting with someone you know, making that connection in your network. Networking increases your return on investment. I have attended many job fairs, talked to many employers and recruiters, and the common sentiment remains the same about networking, is that it is effective. So many people that are satisfied with their job and found a job they really enjoy, built a network, had someone that knew them, and got a job that they really enjoyed. Networking essentially increases your return on investment, on the effort put into it. There has been all sorts of stats produced, but according to surveys, around 80% of the job market has landed a job through networking. LinkedIn hosted a survey and they found that 85% landed a job through networking. This will probably increase. And can you see why networking increases the return on investment? the time and energy put into it. It is more effective than searching for jobs all day with employers you have no connection with. With online searching, you are applying to jobs where employers and recruiters do not know you. You could submit 20 to 40 resumes and get little responses that hundreds of others have applied to. It is not as effective. There are many advantages to employers as well when it comes to networking and building your contacts. I'll talk about building a social network to start. When you build a social network, it can help a nobody become a somebody. If you don't have a name out for yourself, building social media sites, professional LinkedIn profiles that highlights your skills, abilities, and achievements shows potential employers who you are and that you are someone to consider. Social networks are increasingly being used by employers and corporations. You should be taking your job search there as well. And why are recruiters and employers using social networks? Because they find they get better recruits. And they are also getting a better return on investment on their end because it is more effective, it is cheaper, and it is faster. According to a survey from Jobvite.com, who surveyed 440 HR professionals, they found that 72% of recruiters will spend more time recruiting through social media, and this is expected to grow. At the same time, less recruiters are spending time on job boards, and only 24% of candidates have a social networking presence. And overall, the number of online job postings has declined. This is part of networking. Employers rather hire someone they know or someone they can network with, and applicants need to realize that that is effective and they need to reach out and network as well. To begin, you should first identify your network. Employers rely on the people they know to help them fill positions. This creates a hidden job market. What your network should include is friends, family, coworkers or previous coworkers, supervisors, acquaintances, your doctor even, and people from your church or school. If you do not have much of a network, you should consider expanding your network to include participating in professional associations, clubs, attending job fairs, volunteer work, doing community service, and so on. It is helpful to make a list of your contacts, who they are, and their contact information. Provided with this video, as an attachment is a worksheet titled Your Network Contacts. On this document, you will make a list of the names and contact information of each of your contacts. I will show you here. Here you can see on this worksheet has different fields for you to input information, and you do not have to use this worksheet if you don't want to. Just having it may help you to stay organized, but you can just use a blank sheet of paper if you want. Here you can see you would put the name, then the date you will be contacting the person, their contact information, and then the results. What happened when you contacted them? Was there any leads? Put them here. You will want your list to be neat and organized. When you call them or contact them, let them know that you are looking for an opportunity. You would want to tell them of the skills you have and the type of job you're looking for. And also remember to thank them for their time. But before you do that, you need to create a marketing message. Now imagine you are a product that is going out into the marketplace. Why would a company buy you, so to speak? Your marketing message is a convincing message that states who you are and what skills and attributes you have that the employer is looking for. In the last video, you should have identified an occupation that you are looking for. That is the first step in your marketing message, to identify, or defining your job goal. Then you need to tailor your message to that job goal or that occupation. Next, you would need to know how your skills, qualities, and accomplishments that you have to offer and strengths that you have fits the employer's needs. Next, you then would share the marketing message. And you need to practice this marketing message and use it every day if you can, such as at events and activities, which will let people around you know your strengths and help you to gain information and leads on potential jobs. Ask around, saying things such as, "Do you know of a company that would want to talk to me? Do you know anyone that is interested in my skills?" You should also email your marketing message to your contacts. You do not want to send out a general mass email, but target your message to specific contacts. Tailor it to the contact or the position. You will get better responses that way. As an example, you can see here, you could say, "Hello Derek, I wanted to reach out to you and say that it was nice to see you at my sister's wedding," or whatever it might be. "I remember you told me that you are the operations manager of whatever the company might be. I am currently looking for full-time employment in the retail industry. I have 5 years of experience in retail and think my interpersonal skills could really contribute to your company. Do you know of any opportunities available within your company? I would be very grateful to receive any leads or contacts. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Tim. Again, just an example, but you probably get the point. Identify your career goal, your strengths, and then share the message. You can also share your message in conversation. In conversation or over the phone, you could say, "My name is Jake, and I just completed my training as an electrician apprentice." Or you could say, "I have worked in retail for 3 years in the past and have great people skills. Do you know of anyone that would be interested in talking to me?" This is great to do because it lets people you have contact with, that is in your social network, to keep you in mind of any opportunities that come up. Okay, we talked a little bit about social media and social networks. When you start marketing yourself, you want your social accounts, again, to be clean, professional, and effective. That's where employers are. That's where they do research on potential candidates. That's where you can network. The 3 main and large social networks are Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Facebook is effective in marketing yourself if you keep it professional. Look at your profile closely. Understand what your business contacts will see and what you do not want them to see. It is good to clean up your existing profile or create a new one with minimal graphics, widgets, games, and unrelated groups. You would want to limit your photos you post, and the photos you do post, or the content that you post, should be relevant to your career. Next, Twitter is a platform that can help you to create a meaningful network. What you want to do with Twitter is to add value to your followers. Again, create a targeted profile that looks professional. You can add authority to your profile and establish yourself by using Twitter to express your ideas, achievements, and posting relevant professional content. There are also big companies that list jobs on Twitter. It is much cheaper to employers and often less crowded than typical job boards, and they can gain insight into who you are and your professional online image. So what you can do with Twitter that will really help you is to follow feeds from multiple companies. You can also use Twitter to research companies. You can also connect to individuals that work at those companies. That's the value of social media, using it to increase your contacts and your network. Now, LinkedIn is the next I will talk briefly about. It is more than just an online resume, but you can actually upload many things, including videos and articles. Through LinkedIn, you build a professional network and establish yourself professionally. You can use LinkedIn to find jobs. When you start adding professional contacts, LinkedIn will suggest more professional contacts to you. And LinkedIn is career and job related. It is a professional network. And as you probably suspect, using online social media accounts, there's a good side and a bad side. The reason why this may work to your disadvantage is that your profile may not express your professional qualifications. You may have pictures of you drinking or using drugs even. You may have comments that badmouth previous employers, or sometimes people share confidential information about companies they work for. You may even make degrading or even discriminatory comments, or you may have inappropriate pictures up. But the good thing about social media is that it can showcase your creativity. It can show that you are a well-rounded individual. It can show you your degrees, certifications, past employment, or awards. It can also show a personality that the potential employer is looking for. And also, as I mentioned before, social media can turn a nobody into a somebody. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way, but the context of not having your name out there, of nobody really knowing you. Social media can make everybody know you, who you are, and gets your name out there. And for any questions about updating your social media accounts, the technical aspects of it, YouTube has some great tutorials that stay pretty much updated with new versions of social media accounts because they sometimes often update. You may want to check them out there. Networking is very important, and like I mentioned before, you want to make connections with people you do know, build your networks, make more connections and new connections, and that would be the most effective. I have attended so many orientations, presentations, employment-related discussions, job fairs even, where individuals obtain prestigious or highly sought-after careers that were highly competitive, but they obtained them because they networked properly. They knew someone who knew someone who knew someone. And even just starting with a social media account, building your network, expanding your contacts and resources, it would be most beneficial. See you in the next video.